Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
And we are Cross Stitch the Globe. This is a channel about cross stitch. And this is a very special extra, where we just thought we would share the 3 things we're doing that you should do or that you can do to prepare for Midsummer Stitch, which is coming up. It's going to be next week.
Yay.
So Midsummer Stitch is kind of the cousin, little sister of the Jingle Ball, hosted by Lindy Stitches. The Jingle Ball is this huge fun event that has classes and events and like exclusive patterns and shopping and so many fun things. And that happens in December. And we had so much fun last year and we cannot wait to go this year.
Yeah.
And Midsummer Stitch is kind of a scaled down fun version of that really focuses on the community aspects that people love about that. Speed dating and stitching tables and just like a couple free like classes. So we thought we would share like what you want to do to prepare, especially if you've never been to a Jingle Ball. You might be like, well, what do I do?
Well, you should come to this one because it's now.
Yeah. So this one is July 19th and 20th, depending on your time zone. And for us, it starts at 4. I think East Coast it starts at 5. But the cool thing is if you go to Lindy Stitches, the actual event page, it'll show it in your time zone. So, because obviously, Cross Stitch Globe, we have people we talk to all over the world.
Everywhere.
And so, it's very fun, but then you have to be like, wait, what time zone is that?
We have to do math, yeah.
So, okay, number 1.
I make my friends do the math. I don't do the math.
Sometimes they're on daylight savings time and we're not, or vice versa, and then we're off and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
So, okay, step 1, what do you need to do to prepare for the Jingle Ball?
Okay, you should probably buy a ticket.
Yeah, so the tickets are $8. So that's a little bit less than the Jingle Ball. And what you get for that is like crazy because you get like 36 hours almost of stitching time. Like a little less, I think,
But it's international.
Yeah.
So really, any time of day.
You get Friday night or Friday afternoon our time, Friday at 5. I think it's 5 o'clock is when it officially starts, East Coast time.
Okay.
Till the next day at midnight, East Coast time. So that is 24 plus 7. You get 31 hours of stitching time. And if you don't sleep, that's a lot.
And if you're going to do that, message me. Challenge accepted.
So you want to get the ticket, you get the ticket. We'll have the link below, but if lindystitches.com has the ticket, Lindy Stitches is, for some reason you don't know, Lindy Stitches is a great online needlework shop that we recommended in our Where to Buy Cross Stitch Floss episode recently. But she also hosts the Jingle Ball and it's run by Stephanie, and we love people named Stephanie.
Yes.
And so you can either go to her website and click on the like event page. We'll put the link below. You buy the ticket, you get the ticket in your email like instantly. So that if you buy it now, that gives you some time to make sure troubleshooting that your ticket's not lost. I believe you can buy tickets today, but don't quote me on that. Go to her website and find out. Like if you're like, I don't get paid till next week, or I don't know what my plans are, whatever. Go to her website and make sure that that's true because I don't know.
Yeah.
We are hosting a stitching table, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So we were gifted our $8 tickets. So our $8 tickets are sitting in our email inbox ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be on a lot more than just the time that we are.
Right. I want to do everything. I want to join some classes. And
I have 2 small children.
Speed dating.
And so I have told...
I already kicked my husband out of the
I've told Mom and Valentine.
It was the thing.
that this is very important. We are hosting a stitching table for 2 hours on Saturday, so I need to be available for all 31 hours without any childcare commitments.
Exactly.
We'll see how my goal is to be on a lot, but probably not the whole 31 hours. We'll see. And I'm also moving between now and then. So that brings me to step number 2. You want to get your stitching ready. That can mean like making sure that your computer or your equipment is there. If you don't have like a video, like if you don't want to do it from your cell phone video or a laptop video, you can just get on audio and not have your screen showing. That is totally fine, and people do that all the time. And people also switch back and forth. So, like make sure your stitching spot is comfy, get your snacks, order your pizza, like do whatever you need to do, put in a Walmart drop-off order, whatever you need to do so that like when it starts, you have the stuff that you want available to you. Mm-hmm. But you can pop in and out, and you can be on camera and not be on camera. Like all of that's cool.
I did a mix.
I did a mix too, yeah.
Sometimes I was just the ghost in the room.
Well, that's so funny too, because the last Jingle Ball, I was like so starstruck by some of these people. Many, like, I was like, I can't, and now it's like, oh, people want to talk to us. That's so weird.
It's cool. cool though,
that'll be
because
fun.
I wasn't brave enough to
I
talk
know,
to
it's
you.
like-
you can talk to me.
It's like, if you come to our table, then I know you want to talk to me.
Yeah. Get my self-esteem right up there.
So you want to prepare your stitching spot. You also want to prepare your stitching. So like a lot of people.
Prepare your partner.
If
Jared.
you've been to a retreat, my husband and children don't need me for anything.
Exactly.
I am moving, so I'm going to try to get my new office/craft room set up enough that I can at least do it from there a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to be possible, so we'll see.
Well, you're gonna come over here.
Are we going to do this from the same place?
I had to negotiate this seat. These seats their tickets were sold for these seats. And I got them. Okay. So I'm doing it from here.
Yeah, so prep your family and your dependents. You are not available with your persona non grata, but not really. You can pop in and out as much as you want. However, what
works for your lifestyle.
What we learned is that once you get a taste, you're going to want more. So it's better to know now that in 2 weeks or in a week and a half, whatever, you're going to want the free time than it is to be like, wait a minute. I realized last night that I really need to be available for this, and it's too late. So prepare your stitching too. Like, I have a project that has like 2,000 stitches of fill-in in different places. I'm going to make sure this week that those are outlined and ready to go, because if you've never been, like, we have not been to in-person retreats. This is like an online retreat. It's similar. Think retreat style stitching, like fill-in and easy things.
I have never been in person, but I've done a Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom stitching sessions. So yeah, it takes some pre game time prep.
Or if you don't, you just might find you don't stitch as much as you thought you would, or you don't.
Which is totally fine. If you don't care about how much progress you get that weekend, that's totally cool too. I'm going to use it as an opportunity to do a ton of filling.
I have some projects with a lot of fill-in. I'm going to get those outlined good enough that I can just go. And that way I'll get hopefully, maybe I'll get 2,000 stitches in over the weekend, but it'll all be like the same 3 shades of yellow. So, and last time I did like a Prairie Schooler Santa fill-in, which was also a really great fill-in, but just think what are my projects that I can do pretty mindlessly that would be great retreat stitching? And that's the kind of stuff you want to be.
Because just like, insider tip here, you can screw up a straight line, because I've done it.
I do have some frames on some hot ground hollows I'd love to do, but I'm even that it's no. I want to chat. I want to meet everyone. I want to chat with all my friends. I'm so everyone who's messaged oh, we're gonna be on at this time, or let's be on at this time together. I want to have fun. And I want to get stitching done. So I'm gonna just have maybe I'll prep 2 or 3 different fill-in projects, because I might get bored with just doing the same 3 shades of yellow. But I want nice outlined fill-in areas that are very easy, where the floss is organized, not the projects where the bag is a mess. The floss needs to be perfectly on floss drops or in bobbin boxes or whatever, so you can just go, and that will make it the most fun. But if you could handle stitching a hands across the sea border and chatting at the same time, then you do you. I just don't have that skill level.
No, I don't.
No. And what is the third thing you need to do to get ready for Midsummer Stitch?
Okay, so you're gonna check the schedule to see that you can actually attend what you want to attend.
Yeah, there are lots of fun events, and they happen at different times. And people do tend to say oh, whatever, oh no, this is happening now or whatever. But there are groups of duos and trios of floss tubers who will be hosting stitching tables where you can go and stitch at their table and chat with them. I will be going to some of those too, because Amity and Aaron from the Hathaway Stitchers, they said that they're not going to be there on Saturday. They're only going to be there Friday. So I want to pop into their room, but then I also want to pop into the Thread Gremlins room, and they're happening at the same time. So it's good to know, on the schedule, if you see it, if an event has an arrow, that means there's more events at the same time. And I missed that on the Jingle Ball.
Oh.
And so I thought, why there's only 3 stitching rooms? There were 20 stitching rooms.
There were a lot of stitching rooms.
So you got to click the arrow if there's multiple events to see what the other events are. And some stitching tables happen simultaneously, and it's okay to pop in for one and then go to a different one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So we're on at the same time as we are Curious Crafters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's a bummer for us,
because
that sucks. We wanted to also chat with them, but it will not hurt our feelings if you come see us and see them. Yeah. It's a 2-hour window.
Actually, go see them. Tell us how they're doing. Come back. Tell us.
Give us all the tips. We'll be so jealous.
We want the download.
So if 2 events are happening at the same time, for the most part, it's cool to go back and forth. The one place that might be harder is if it's a class, but I don't think there's anything scheduled opposite any of the classes. There's 2 classes. Robin Pickens, who's an amazing cross stitch designer, is doing a class on how to like decorate little mason jar lids and the pattern. She's giving away the pattern, I think, for that. Then there's Annie is from EXO Needle in the Hay. EXO is hosting a class on making your own little stitching case, and she just posted a link for the supplies you need for that. I'm going to both of those classes. I have a little metal Altoid stitching case that I want to decorate. I don't know if I'm going to get like the jewelry level cases, but check out both the info on both of those. And then, did you see the announcement about Tiny Modernist?
No. What?
Okay, so this is Allison's like favorite cross. Her and Satsuma Street are like
Yeah.
your
I
twin flames.
Yeah.
She's designing a pattern for it.
Really?
And she's gonna host a stitching table in the morning on Saturday. You can stitch with her.
Oh yay! Okay, so that's what we're all doing Saturday morning. That's so great.
So yeah, so there's gonna be like
wait to
different
see there.
stitching tables. Like I don't know if there's gonna be a stitching table the whole time because no. There are stitching tables the whole time. I don't think there's a hosted one the whole time because I don't think there's any hosted ones opposite the classes like that. I think there's like one big thing happening or multiple stitching tables that are like hosted like at the same time after us. So we're doing 3 to 5 Eastern time on Saturday, same time as Curious Crafters. After us are like Cam the Stitcher and Megan the Seattle Stitcher. They're hosting like a big table collectively from 5 to 7. So there's basically either going to be like an event, like a class or lesson, or hosted Flosstube stitching tables the whole time. So your day is full and you want to know like when people are going to be on. But if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to sit in a stitching room with your friends, do that too. Like that's fun too. There's going to be lots of tables that are not like that kind of like circusy vibe. There's also going to be whip speed dating, which I did last year. Did you do it last year?
I didn't.
It was super fun.
Was it?
But I kind of did it wrong because I didn't get you were supposed to show whip. I just like chatted with people for 5 minutes.
Oh, sure.
But you also can like bring your whip and be like, this is what I'm working on for 5 minutes. It's really fun. So you want to look at the schedule so you get an idea of what you're interested in so you can know when you want to make sure you're available. Like if you're watching our channel and you want to come stitch with us, our table is 3 to 5 on Saturday Eastern. We will be in and out of a lot of the whole weekend,
All of it.
but that's when we will 100% be sitting at our stitching table in our room and you can come and chat with us and we would love to have you. So we would definitely want to check out the schedule because you want to know like if there's somebody you want to meet or you're somebody who you watch all the time, and we are excited because there are people we are going to meet at their stitching tables. Like I've done this stitching Zoom with Erin and Amity before from the Hathaway Stitchers, but I've never met any of the Thread Gremlins before. I'm very excited, even though we talk online and like all the time. I'm very excited to like go stitch with them. So if you want to stitch with us, we'd love to have you. We're very excited. If you can't tell, we're very, very excited about this. Like we would be this excited if we weren't hosting a stitching table because we just love Jingle Ball. Yeah. So the fact that we also get to have a little room where like you can come and chat with us, we're really excited. Yeah. So this video is longer than I thought, but that is really what you need to do. So get your ticket, get your stitchy spot and your stitchy project and your stitchy snacks all ready to go. And then check the schedule so that you know what room you want to be at what time. And then you're going to have an awesome 31, give or take, whatever sleep human needs you have, whatever. Shower. But also, if you only can pop on for like an hour or two, I still would. Like, I personally, if I was going to be busy all day and I only could pop on for an hour or two, I still would because it was that fun.
Yeah, it's a community building thing. Like, there's something magical about watching each other do our work and then face to face is different. Yes, and it's magical.
And we will post on Instagram. Here are our Instagram handles again. We'll post on Instagram during like when we're about to start our stitching room. If for some reason you forgot or you haven't been on, like you were on earlier and you had to get off and we will post it there too, just because we know that the people who are excited to come to our table are the people who like also we talk with on Instagram all the time and stuff. So we're very excited.
It's just an excuse to hang out with our friends all day. It's nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
And tell my husband that it's important.
It is
I'm
important.
required to be there.
You have to be there. Like I told you, I bought these seats. These were expensive.
All right, well, we can't wait to see you guys there. And if you're going, feel free to tag us or DM us and let us know. We'd love to, even if you're only going like Friday and you won't be in our room, we'd love to still know like, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.